Oh, I was about to say, by February, I plan to drop the EP, and then later in the year, I'm not sure how later, an album, a full album. So that's in the works as well. I never stop writing. I have so many songs that I've wrote, and I'm trying to just complete beats for and get people to add touches to for recordings and things like that. So, um, yeah, it's an ongoing cycle. But yeah, we have the EP and then we have the album next year as well. And we just living in our purpose out here in these streets.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of the Aspiring Polymath. I am here finally with Keosha Oshay,
Hello,
our
guys.
own resident musician, um, soon to be producer, mystic, life guru, and everything else in between.
Exactly, all of that good stuff.
Please introduce yourself, Keosha.
I am Keosha Oshay, and I am a singer songwriter, and I'm also teaching myself how to produce currently. So I'm all of those good things in one. And yeah, I'm here to get to the details with you guys on the podcast.
Surprised you're not a yogurt teacher yet. You fit the
I know.
you have the vibe for it.
Sometimes I get on live and I do a little yoga or stretching for
Oh, so
everybody.
you do yoga.
Hmm.
Okay, not surprised to hear that. So today we're going to be talking about Kyosha's musical career specifically, and maybe we can go over your mystical insights and I mean we can kind of mix and match. We can do a little bit of both, but primarily music is what we'll be talking about. Okay, so um, tell us, how did you first get into music?
So, I think just from a child, I always gravitated to music because I love to dance. And I danced at church, I danced in school, all the way throughout wherever I could. Because where I grew up, and at the time I was growing up, my parents didn't have a lot of money. So in school, they would have like little classes and stuff. And every chance that I could get to dance and to be a part of choir or to do that for free, I was a part of it. I don't know exactly where I get that from. I would say that my mom actually used to rap when she was in high school.
Really?
She used to rap
Okay.
in high school, then she started dancing when she made it to church. She praise danced. Then my dad also played drums and did a little bit of beat production as well. So I said in the beginning, I don't know where I got it from, but
Yeah, you were lying. You were clearly lying through your
when I
teeth.
think about it, it comes from somewhere. So
Next thing you know, you tell me your granddad was a jazz musician, but you don't know where you got it from.
no, I wish that was one too. But my grandmother, she used to always play a lot of old school music around the house. So I'm very influenced by a lot of soul music and old school vibes as well.
Yeah, you definitely have that thing going, the
Hmm.
old school vibe going.
Yeah.
Who would you say is your primary influence for getting into music though? Like who inspires you the most? Doesn't have to be like a relative, maybe a musician that you like.
Yeah.
Um,
So writing, I really owe a lot to Erica
wait,
Badu for
oh, I was gonna guess Lauren Hill.
and too, actually. I owe a lot to Erica Badu is my girl though in my head. She's like my best friend. But I owe a lot to Erica Badu, Lauren Hill. For the writing, I think that I listen to their lyrics and their voices, and I think to myself that I want to write music like that. These days, I hear things on the radio and stuff by different new R&B or soul artists, and I'm like, wow, how things have changed, but still they're incorporating so much through their writing. As far as um, entertainment wise, I think that Beyonce does a great job entertaining. I know, I know that people, because I'm not gonna lie, I am one of those people who just be like, oh my goodness. But I cannot fault somebody for being, or cannot take away the fact that
Yeah.
she is an amazing
Th-
entertainer.
That's
Her-
one thing you can't take from her.
yeah, exactly. Cannot take that away from her that she's an amazing entertainer. Her voice control when she dances on stage and moves around and entertains the crowd is phenomenal, impeccable.
Yeah.
You hear her losing breath. You don't see her missing a step up there, just a machine. And I hope to get to that point one day,
Yeah.
reach that. So I want my writing to stay as authentic and true to myself as Erica and Lauren Hills, and have that feel of true soul and meaningfulness. But I also want to be able to perform at such a high caliber level as Beyonce does.
Yeah. It's something you said in there really like struck a chord, like it was perfect, like a machine.
Hmm.
Like Beyonce is an amazing entertainer. She's an amazing performer. But the reason why, I mean, I recognize like she is one of the greats. Like I recognize that. I would never argue against that. But personally, I don't like her music.
Yeah.
And the reason why is exactly what you said there, like a machine. She sounds really good, great vocals, everything, but it just doesn't feel. I don't feel the soul in her music. I just
Mhm.
don't. I don't know why. Like as opposed to like Rihanna could roll out of bed and sing, and I would feel the emotion in the singing. Like I don't know.
I
That's
think
just me, anyways.
it has to do with the type of songs that she chooses to put, because she has some songs throughout. I've listened to Beyonce, so I think that I am speaking from a point of just knowing a bit, but I've listened to her albums, and I think she has some songs in there that gives you that the feeling, but I don't think that the songs that come out are very for the radio. They're very like for the people who just want something now, and I do agree it does give you that very much safe feeling. Nothing feels too, it doesn't feel too connected. Sometimes I know I'm on this thing, we're gonna get a lot of, somebody is gonna hate me.
I know. That's why I'm choosing my words very carefully.
Yeah, I'm hoping,
I know.
look, we may we may not be able to air that part because one day I might be famous. They're gonna find this and cancel me.
This might be the first time I've said this in public. Usually, I don't say this in public because I'm not ready to start World War III. But
Yeah,
like,
literally.
I don't think it's really the type of songs. Like, she has a couple songs that are supposed to be emotional, but it still doesn't come through to me. Like a song like "Irreplaceable," for instance. Like it's supposed to be. Well, for people that not sure what song that is, it's the one to the left, everything in the box to the left. That song. I had to go Google it real quick. God, I forgot the name. But yeah, like the song is supposed to be an emotional song. I mean, she sings it well. She hits all the right notes at the right time, perfection, like a machine, like you said. But I just don't feel the emotion still. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's my own bias. Maybe I'm willing to accept that,
No,
but I
but
just don't get it.
I'll just say there's a few songs that, but there's one song where she's saying, "Well, I care. I know you don't care too much, but I still care." And she's singing that song, and that song actually has a lot of feeling. I don't know if you heard that song before,
Mm,
but she's
maybe
going
I don't know that one.
to her soul without it. And she, like I said, she has some songs that can be gripping and can have the emotion with them, but a lot of them are very just safe. And I think that's why people
Yeah,
probably don't ever think that Beyonce does any wrong, because everything is okay. Everything is
yeah,
good. Everything just comes out and it's like, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, I'm the kind of person that I'll forgive a musician for not even having like the best vocals if I can hear the soul in their music. Like somebody like Passenger. Passenger is one of my favorite musicians.
Mhm.
But whenever people hear me listening to his music or hear his music in my car or something, they're like, okay, what is this?
Okay.
I mean, I like his voice, but a lot of people don't consider that kind of voice like
Yeah.
a really good voice. To me, he's like I don't know, like my uncle at the family reunion playing on his guitar and singing folk music. That's what he sounds like to me, and I like that kind of music because it's soulful for me.
Mhm.
But a lot of people these days don't really go that route. But anyways, we're getting sidetracked with Beyonce
Yeah.
maybe too much. We've been on Beyonce for almost 4 minutes now. Yeah, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens from what repercussions we get from that. But anyways, uh, how would you describe the music that you typically create? Like what is your when you think to write music or
Mm,
just think about what it should sound like?
right.
What comes to mind for you?
Um, I don't really know how to describe the sound. Imma try though. But I think that when I write, it's always from a place of truth and a place of honesty and a place of how I feel, where I've been. It's always really about me. I don't really take too much from other people's experiences. So you get a really personal look and ear at where I'm at or how I feel or where I was. And I think when I discuss my sound, that's what I think of. It's just a very personal journey. It's soulful, it's truthful, it's gripping in a way with the lyrics. I don't necessarily consider myself the most technical vocalist that there is, but you feel
Yeah.
the rawness and the truth in the things that I write. So yeah, I think that when it comes to my sound, I'll just say that it's super authentic and it resonates. And that's what I really want to do. I want to connect with when people hear my music. I just want them to feel touched or feel like I've connected to their story in their life by telling mine.
Yeah, authentic is the operative word there, I would say. What's your creative process like? Like do you decide, okay, I want to write a song today and then you have a list of things that you do, or is it more spontaneous, you're out hanging out and something comes to you, or how
Yeah,
does that work?
it's totally spontaneous. I could be scrolling on Instagram, which this happens to me sometimes. I'm scrolling on Instagram and somebody's caption may say something that I really like or that triggers a thought, or I might hear somebody say something around my house or even just think to myself about something and I'll just pick up my phone, go to my voice memos and I just start singing stuff, laying like freestyling, singing and I'll leave that for a few days maybe and I'll come back to it and expand on writing it. Like I just get the groundwork down from what I've heard, what I felt inspired by, or what caught my attention right then and there. It doesn't matter where I'm at, really. I could be at a friend's house. I can be walking down the street, literally wherever that moment of inspiration comes. Whenever it comes, I have to record it like right then and there, just so I could keep that thought, or I could keep that sentence, that phrase that made sense in my head to expand upon, and then I go from there and write.
Cool, cool. I've always wondered about how that works exactly.
Hmm.
When I was a kid, my mom got me this electric keyboard. I think I was like must have been like 7 at the time. And obviously I didn't know how to, well, not obviously, some kids know how to play, but I didn't know how to play a keyboard. I had learned how to play a recorder, but not a keyboard. So I knew a couple songs on the recorder. So what I would do is I just press enough keys till I figure out how to play the song on
Hmm.
the keyboard, and then I would write down the keys, and that's what I just kept doing. And it was fun for a while until I decided, okay, now I want to make something,
Yeah.
and I was stuck. I didn't know what to do exactly. to actually create a song. That was just like my first little run in with music. And
Yeah.
I think that was one of the things that made me start to lose interest a little bit because I realized that I'd probably, well, my 8-year old brain wasn't really thinking that far ahead. But now in hindsight, I realized that I probably would have needed or some kind of instruction to continue to learn how to write or learn how to make my own music or something like that. So
Mhm.
to this day, I don't know how to read sheet music to this day, even though I took music in school, learned about breves and semi breves and all
Woo!
that, all that weird stuff. I mean, it's school in Nigeria is weird. It's different. It's weird. Like we learned about different musical notes and quaves. What is it? Is it quave or quaver or something? I know one of them was like a quarter note and a half note.
Whole note,
Yeah. So I learned all that jargon and everything, but I never actually learned how to properly read sheet
read the
music.
music. Yeah.
Yeah, like even now when I learn songs on my guitar, I'm just basically learning what chords to play and in what sequence to play them. I should probably set time aside to actually learn to read sheet music, but
Yeah, but if you have the talent to do it by ear, then that's good too. I know that it feels like a really strong thing to know how to do, like to want to know how to do, like read sheet music and stuff. And it's a really good skill to have. I remember I used to know how to read sheet music really well. It's a really good skill to have. But if you know how to do by ear, that's so amazing. Because I actually wish that I knew how to play piano by ear. I could only play piano by sheet music.
mm. Well, I don't want to give the impression that I'm kind of some kind of musical savant. So most of the time, it's like it was just trial and error. That's how I figured out how to play
Yeah,
those songs. It's not like I would just hear it and be like, okay, this is how I played. It
yeah,
was
oh,
mostly trial and error. Yeah, I'll learn it by trial and error, and then it would become muscle memory, and I'd be able to play it.
yeah,
But the disadvantage with that is like you have to spend like an hour, well, maybe not an hour, it depends on how long the song is, but you have to spend a significant amount of time with every single song to basically add it to your tool bag instead of, or unless somebody has like the notes up there for you, but not necessarily in sheet music form, just in like alphabets basically.
yeah.
But yeah, that was fun for me. My mom basically tried everything. Like she bought me a keyboard. She bought me like toy golf sets. She bought me like tennis rackets, soccer. She tried everything to get me to any and everything. It's took me
Mhm.
to swimming classes, computer classes, all kinds of stuff. Basically,
Wow, must be
so
nice.
my life is littered with all these things that I've tried over the years. Yeah. But anyways, what musician would you like to collaborate with? Like, if you could pick any musician in the world, okay, we can just exclude Erica Badu because you already said that. Erica Badu and Lauren Hill, we can just exclude those two. What other musicians would you like to collaborate with? If you can pick any.
I definitely would love to collaborate with my friends who make music. I would love to collaborate with I have a few friends out in Tennessee actually who make music. So Ro Marquez, who's an amazing rapper, as well as my friend Namir Blade, who raps as well. He does amazing. They're phenomenal. And yeah, because I don't know what star outside of I'm not really a starstruck person either, so that kind
Really?
of stuff doesn't really just phase me. It's like I would love to work with these people, but I wanna work with my friends first and foremost. So, yeah.
Okay. There's this guy. I
Black
don't know if you know him.
Sun as well, to shout out to him. We have some stuff that we're trying to work on, but it's me. I'm the problem.
Okay, it's about time, Keosha. Organize your board already. But yeah, there's this guy. He's a rapper, Toby. You ever heard of him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he has some really interesting music. I feel like that would fit your style a little bit. That's the first person that came to mind, actually, a little bit.
Toby out of Houston.
Say again?
The Toby out of Houston. The guy with
Um,
hair tall with his wife.
yeah, that's him. That's him. Yeah, I
Mhm.
didn't know if he lived in Houston or not, but yeah, that's him. Yeah, his music seems very soulful. I feel like it would fit your fit your vibe.
Yeah, if you can name one more artist who you think, like, would be super dope for me to collab with, like, celebrity-wise, who would you say?
I was thinking J. Cole, but now that I think about it, maybe not really. I think it's the dreads that are messing with me. I think I'm just thinking my brain was just thinking J. Cole because you have the I don't know what those are. Those full locks or what?
Mm,
Yeah, you have the locks and what are they?
Twist.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of reminding me of J. Cole. I think that's why my mind went there. But maybe I don't know. Maybe a Kendrick kind of person.
Yeah. They also have this artist, her name is Mareba. I'm not really sure how to say her name for sure, if it's Mareba or Mariba, but she is phenomenal, and I would love to work with her and write with her. Her writing is great, and she's, like,
Hmm.
celebrity status as well. So,
I'll have to get a list of artists from you or something. I like to find.
you would love
I don't.
her music. I think you would love it.
Yeah, I don't want to say alternative. That might be a little bit offensive, but I like to find artists that are not like mainstream.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are usually the kind of artists I love most.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
you'll like it.
Okay. Okay. Say you could go on a show with an artist. I mean, this kind of plays into the last question, I guess. What artist would you like to go on a show with?
To go on a show with. I would love to go on a show with Beyonce, because I wanna see the work ethic, I wanna see how structured it really is, I wanna see what level of, um, perfection that it really takes, the level of dedication. I wanna go through the practices and everything, so Beyonce for sure. The level of dedication that's there is, I'm sure, supreme, and then also I would love to go on a show with probably Hmm. I would say Kendrick Lamar as well. Maybe if they did like a whole um Top Dog show with all of the Top Dog roster from Kendrick Lamar to Reason to Isaiah Rashad, SZA, all of them. I would like to see how all of them work as a collective as well and see how the crowds react to them and how they put on their shows individually. So if they did a whole TDE show, I would definitely be there and love to experience that.
Cool, cool. So, by the way, where do you fall on the J. Cole versus Kendrick Lamar discussion?
I think they are both great.
Of course.
I like both of them. I think they
Don't
provide.
sit on the fence, Keosha. I'm not asking you to say like who's better. Like who do you
Yeah,
prefer?
no, I'm just saying like they just provide something different for me on the scale, but I really probably resonate with how creative Kendrick Lamar gets in his songs to me. Like for one song that I really love is I think it's called I or Either You. But he's saying, loving you is complicated, loving you is complicated. He has like these songs where you feel like you're watching a movie and you feel like you're going through the song with this good visual. You're hearing the footsteps, you're hearing the gunshots, you're hearing the door close when you actually hear the song. You're hearing the glass break. So you're feeling like you're
Mm.
watching a movie in some of these songs that he puts out and you get that whole experience. So I really like that. And that's I why I would F with Kendrick like hard.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm more of a J. Cole person myself. I'm sure you guessed already. Um, I respect Kendrick's music, but I think I connect better with J. Cole.
Mhm,
Funny enough, for a similar reason to what you mentioned. Because when I listen to his music, usually it's like a story,
mhm,
and usually it's a very relatable story too. Like
mhm.
he's okay. Let me pick a song for example, like a song like "Wet Dreams," for
I
example.
knew you were I knew
Yeah, like it's like a story, and you're going through the story, and every guy is like, "Yep, yep."
'Cause that's the
Yeah, I remember that.
storytelling song, though. Literally,
What?
I said that's the perfect storytelling song. He told the story so great, and I knew you were gonna say that one. I just knew it.
That's not the first one that came to mind actually, but Wet Dreams is
Oh.
another good example. Another one that I'm sure a lot of people resonate with is Lost Ones.
Mhm.
That one is really like real to it. Wet Dreams is kind of like playful a little bit, like
Yeah,
there's a playful little tune to it. I ain't never did this before.
yeah,
But Lost Ones is more like real. It's
yeah.
especially if you've been in that situation before. It's like
Mhm.
it's real. You feel it. It brings back. It's like PTSD whenever I listen to that song.
Yeah, oh, dang.
But yes, it definitely brings back some memories. But yeah, that's what I like about his music. Like you can always connect with it.
Yeah.
It's real. It's deep. A
I
lot of people don't like it. A lot of sometimes people just. I mean, he does have songs that are more frivolous, for lack of a better word. Like there's some of his other songs, like Power Trip, for instance, are more like they're not really. He's not really trying to be extra deep or anything. It's just
that
putting out good
song
music.
that's a song I would love for life, Power Trip. A song I would
Yeah.
love for life. I went to a J. Cole concert one time. It was the best concert that I probably ever been to, but I just want to interject that really quickly.
Okay.
He
Okay.
makes bops. I really like J. Cole, even, with the what's it called? KOD, Kids on Drugs? The
Uh.
and then he also had Forest Hill Drive, that album. Really, really great. Makes bops. So I really
Yeah. There.
like him.
There are a bunch of songs on Born Sinner that I really liked too.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
an album that I cannot, will not ever forget. One of my favorite songs on that album is Chaining Day. The bass line, everything. I'm sorry, I'm getting us way distracted, but
Nah, nah. My favorite song on that album, funny enough, is she gonna pop? That's my favorite song on
mm,
that album. It's just it's just so catchy. Like I used to that thing was on repeat on my phone
mm.
for the longest time.
Born Sinner
But
is that album. It is that album.
yeah, don't say that outside. Don't say that in public though.
So I
A lot of people are infatuated with Forest Hill Drive.
I
People literally fight you over that.
I always stood by that. Born Sinner is that album.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
Mhm.
But anyways, what's your favorite song to perform?
Um, I haven't performed any song. Oh, like you're saying, like as far as karaoke style or my own music, like to sing.
Anything like your music, karaoke, performing at like if somebody called you today, like, "Hey, Keosha, we have an opening at this venue in 2 days. We need you to perform a song." What song do you pick?
Um, for a venue, I mean, if I'm going there to just karaoke or whatever, cover something, any Erica Badu song. I hate to keep saying it, but I love to keep saying
I'm
it.
gonna have to ban Erica Badu for the rest of this podcast.
but but it's true that out of my songs right now, I have this song called Phase One. And I also have, and Phase One is about um me basically pleading for forgiveness from whom I love, and just basically telling them, have some patience with me. I'm trying, like I'm trying.
Yeah.
And it's really beautifully wrote. Shout out to the writer Keosha Oshay. Um,
Okay. I think I heard of her.
it's really beautifully wrote. So that's one that I even want to get out soon. But that, and then also a more upbeat one. It's called. I don't think I've named it yet, but it goes. He wanna see me with the lights on. He wanna know who I really am, and it's this house, Afro house type of situation going on. Uh, super heavy bop, but it's so catchy and it's so fun. It's a dance record. Like love it
Sounds like it.
so much.
What about phase one? Is it complete?
It's complete. Both songs are complete. As far as completed with recording and everything, no. Writing wise, yes. Um,
Okay.
haven't got it out to record just yet.
Okay. Can you give us a little something on that one?
Okay.
Just a little something like what you just did with the other one.
Okay, so it goes, please, baby, have some patience with me. I'm gonna go up a little bit. Cause I'm trying, I'm trying. I know that I done did some things to make you go quiet, but it's still silent. Then the phone
Okay.
rings and
Okay.
it's like, "Hello, are you still there? Are you still listening?"
Okay. Okay. I need to hear that one when it's
It's
done.
it's
It sounds like it's more like a relationship type thing instead of just like loved ones as in family and
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a relationship type of tune, so
okay, okay. I'm already looking forward to that one.
it's fire, actually. It may have not sounded fire just now because I had to switch the key because I
Whoa.
saw but it's fire.
You know what I just pictured? I just pictured that scene like you just described, like going through that and then midway through the song, Black Boy John comes in, does a rap verse,
Mhm.
and then we'll go back to the chorus. That would actually be maybe you get maybe a remix. You should do that with a remix,
Yeah.
maybe.
We definitely have we're working on a song called "You Know the Vibes." Well, he already wrote his verse for it, and the song is already wrote on my end too. It's called "You Know the Vibes," and it's given just some Afrobeat vibes.
Okay,
It's
okay.
super fun too, but definitely like we can definitely do a remix for phase one too, because
Yeah, you guys need to get these songs out there.
hmm
Tired of listening to the same five musicians over and over again. Yeah, okay. That's some good stuff. Good stuff.
I just want to shout
Uh
out Black Boy John too. He recently put out his
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
EP Black Friday, and Holiday is such a smash, such a smash.
Holiday is pretty nice tune. Like that's like
Mhm.
it's a happy day. I'm going out driving.
Yeah.
Whatever. I was gonna say it's a sunny day because that's like the cliche, but for me, sunny days are not very happy. So I like rainy days, so that's my happy day. It's a rainy day.
Oh man.
I'm going out. It's rainy or overcast, and I'm going outside, and that's like the tune to pop. And you can hear the funny thing is too. It took me a while to like notice it was like. I mean, I always noticed it, but I didn't register it. Like one day, I was just playing the song, and I saw a features Faji, and I was like, wow,
Mhm.
really where? And then I was like, oh wow, that's him in the background singing. I didn't like I haven't heard him sing in years. I didn't notice it at first, but like, oh, that's him in the background.
That's another shout out to him because he bodied what he did what he came to do as well on that track.
Yeah, yeah. But my favorite on the EP though is Tears for Nigeria
Oh,
slash Africa. I never noticed the slash Africa before, but I know there's some part of the song where like when he's done, he gets the Africa part. But
mhm.
I didn't even notice that was in the name before.
That's
But
also
yeah,
my second fave as well. I let him know that Holiday and that song are my top 2.
yeah. I'm not sure if you know who Immortal Technique is. He's kind of mainstream, but also not really mainstream. But most people I come across don't know who he is. But when I heard that song, it was really, really reminding me of some of his songs. Um, he sings his songs kind of like a story style too, kind of like J Cole, but the furthest thing from J Cole you could think of. Like
Mhm,
they're really deep, and it's like a story kind of thing. Actually, he's closer to Kendrick than J Cole, I would say.
mhm.
And that the vibe of that song just definitely reminded me of his music. You should check out his music. My favorite album of his is what is that album called again? Jesus. Revolutionary. I think it's called
Mhm.
Revolutionary. Yeah. But yeah, definitely reminded me of his music. And you should definitely go check out Black Friday by Blackboard John. The name of the album is actually there's a lot of wordplay in that. I mean, I think it was released on a Friday,
On
right?
Black Friday.
By Black Boy John, released on Black Friday,
Mhm.
which also happened to be
His
his birthday.
birthday.
That is
Fire.
somebody was having a laugh when they came up with that idea, but
Right.
yeah, that was cool. That was cool. Um, okay, my next question for you is: thus far, what has been your biggest musical challenge?
My biggest musical challenge thus far is has been just trying to bring the vision to life. It's been hard finding the right people, finding the necessary tools, acquiring the right skills to be able to even produce my own music and take it further for myself. So I think as far as that, it's probably just been trying to bring it to life, trying to put it out for you guys. That's been the most difficult thing thus far. But
Okay,
we're knowing that everything's gonna pan out and it's gonna make sense, and then it'll be all be in divine timing.
okay, cool, cool, cool. So, when are you having your EP listening party? So I'll know when to schedule the balloons and all the decorations and
Wow.
everything. Let's put it on the calendar.
So I plan on dropping an EP at the top of next year. So not at the very top, like January 1st or in January, but it'll be in February sometime. So I'll let you know ahead of time.
Okay,
I'll let you
okay,
know ahead of time.
perfect, perfect, perfect.
I'm gonna need those
Okay,
balloons, the cake, everything. I'm gonna hold you to this now.
yes. Just let me know as long as I finally get that Kyosha. Do you know how long I've been waiting for your music?
I know. You know, people hit me up in my DMs all the time and they're like, is there like people who follow me recently and new followers, they always hit me up and they're like, is there somewhere I could find your music? And I'm always just dreading telling them, no, not yet. It's coming.
Don't worry, they'll be back. They'll be back.
They'll be back. They're waiting. Trust me. They come back and they're like, any how's it going? You working on the music? I'm like, leave me alone.
Yeah. Yes, I'm definitely one of those people. I've been waiting on your music for a long
I
time.
know.
I didn't realize how long it was until just now. Like,
Yeah, trust me, my friends too. But I promise y'all when it comes, it's gonna be worth the wait because y'all gonna be like, damn, I almost cussed. Sorry. Y'all gonna be like, man, I messed
you wouldn't be the first.
y'all would definitely love it. I'm sure of it. So I'm telling you, at the beginning of I'm at the start of the year, it'll be out, and we'll have a listening party for sure because this is definitely a celebration to a long time coming. So
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay, now to another section. Who are your top five favorite artists of all time, excluding Erica Badu and Lauren Hill?
okay, this is actually a hard question for me because I don't think that I have that many favorite artists. I think I have artists that I can tell you that I listen to right now that I really appreciate, but I don't have any artists that I'm like, wow, forever these people are just up there because it's ever
Really?
changing. I'm serious. That's a hard
I feel like
question.
some people have to be up there. I mean, come on, like you have to put Michael
Mm,
Jackson up.
no, he's actually
What?
not in my.
I mean, like just forget about all the other stuff. Just music right
Yeah,
now.
no, no. Musically, he's not in my.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What about somebody like who else would I even pick? Like I don't know. Like okay, who would you put in the top five?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. In my top 5, I would probably put, um as far as artists who I appreciate today, because I can't give you a real solid top 5. I should
Okay. Okay.
put, I should have thought about this more, but as an artist who I appreciate today musically, as writers, as musician, all around, I would say Anderson .Paak is one.
Oh,
I would say that I appreciate a lot of um, her. Her writing is uh, very beautiful. Her. I would also say that I appreciate Roddy Rich. I like him a lot.
okay,
I like
okay,
Roddy
okay.
Rich.
Finally, somebody I know. I like Roddy Rich. I like
I like
Roddy
his
Rich.
writing. I like the type of beats he decides to hop on. I like how he uses his voice and tries to sing and does all of that. Is great. Um,
Tells a story too.
it tells a story, which I do appreciate.
Yeah.
And I think um, Lil Sims, a UK rapper. She's from the UK, and I love her as well. She's solid all the way through. Everything I've ever heard from her is solid. And then one more person who I would put up there in the top 5 of artists that I'm listening to and loving these days. Um, Kid Cudi forever. Kid Cudi.
Okay. Cool. Cool. He's the there's one song he did that I really liked. I can't remember. I think it was used in a movie or something.
Mhm. He
I
he
can't remember the name.
He's great. He just recently dropped an album 2 days ago or so. Couple days ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really listen to his music like that, but that one song, I don't know. I don't think it was Pursuit of Happiness. No. I can't remember. But anyways, moving on. If you thought favorite artists was hard, favorite albums would be should probably will probably be a little bit harder.
Okay. I think I can
Top
pick some favorite albums.
top 5 favorite albums of all time for Keosha.
Okay. Yeah, that's hard. Of all time, I can I don't know if I can do that. I would say Kirk Franklin. Kirk Franklin's
Man,
album with Brighter Day on it. It's gonna be a brighter day. That album is forever up there as a top favorite album of all time. I
when
would
will I learn to stop expecting typical things from you?
Does that sound typical, Kirk Franklin?
No, it doesn't. That's why I say that I should really learn to stop expecting typical things from you.
Oh, okay, okay, I see. I see. Kirk Franklin for sure. I would also say another album that I'm loving or of all time, an album that you can listen to.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like a conclusive all-time list, just from your personal experience.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody's gonna shoot you if you don't mention Jimi
Okay.
Hendrix or something.
Okay. Thank you. um, I would say also Stephen Marley. He has an album out and I forget what it's called. Let me just make sure really quick since I have my phone out. Stephen Marley, and I listen to this album all the time, Mind Control. The album is Mind
Hmm,
Control, and it
sounds
has
good.
and it has an acoustic version. That album, listen to that all the time from top to bottom,
Okay,
backwards and forwards. And
we'll look it up.
I'll just is it okay if I make it 3 albums? Because it's hard for me.
It was supposed to be. Oh, you mean keep it to 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Okay. So, Stephen Marley, the, Brighter Day, the album with Brighter Day on it, and then also, I would say that another great album that I appreciate would probably be Wiz Khalifa's Kush and Orange Juice.
interesting.
Mhm.
I really need to sit down with you one day and listen to music because I feel like I would hear all kinds of
Yeah,
all kinds of new things.
you definitely would. You definitely would. So I would put those as albums that I could always play forever, up and down.
Hmm. I've never heard Stephen Marley's music. Like I'm really into Bob Marley. Like I had a whole Bob Marley phase a couple years ago.
Me too. I'm really into
Uh,
Bob Marley as well, but I found his son and I was like, oh, not saying
yeah.
it's better than Bob Marley, but I really loved that album so much, and you would love it too. You really
I
would.
like Damian Marley, but I
Me
haven't heard
too.
Stephen Marley's
Me
music.
too.
But we'll see. This already sounds like it already looks like I'll like it. And the album art looks like a Bob Marley album cover too.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That would be a good one, I think.
Mhm.
Um all right. If you could change anything about the industry, what would it be?
That everything revolves around how much clout you have to your name, how many followers you have if somebody wants to work with you or not. They look past the fact that you actually have skill or talent sometimes because they want to know if you're big enough to be on the record, if you're big enough to get a chance to showcase your talent, if that type of thing. I would definitely like to change that, and I wish more that people will be recognized for the talent that they do have and what they can contribute rather than people looking over them because they don't think that they have anything to contribute because other people, or because they don't feel that they're valued by the number of followers that they have or by the number of people who like their post or whatever. People will overlook you if you only have 15 likes to a post when maybe you just don't have that many active followers, when maybe you're just not good at navigating social media and its algorithms. So they'll overlook all of your skill because they'll just be like, oh, and one thing is another thing that's for sure is they'll think also that you're not serious because people haven't caught on to you yet. And why does it have to be that I need tens of thousands of followers to be deemed serious about my craft that I've been studying, practicing since I was 8 years old? Why does it have to be that way? But yeah, I would definitely change the aspect of clout being the thing that opens doors for you in the industry.
Okay, that sounds good. Makes sense. That's something I've always had an issue with as well. And I think it's only getting worse and worse with streaming culture being like the new way of getting music out because now everybody's thinking, okay, if I do a song with this person, like how
Yeah.
much will they the numbers and blah blah blah. Like that's what it's about now. And it's like making good music has taken a backseat to getting numbers up.
Yeah, definitely has. Definitely has.
Yeah, my next question was gonna be about what kind of music we can expect in what we can expect in about 6 months,
Mhm.
any releases planned or gigs. So you've already answered most of that. So I guess
So I
I will. Yeah, go on.
Oh, I was about to say, by February, I plan to drop the EP, and then later in the year, I'm not sure how later, an album, a full album. So that's in the works as well. I never stop writing. I have so many songs that I've wrote, and I'm trying to just complete beats for and get people to add touches to for recordings and things like that. So, um, yeah, it's an ongoing cycle, but yeah, we have the EP and then we have the album next year as well, and we just living in our purpose out here in these streets.
Okay, okay. What a way to end it up. Did you practice
I
that?
did, but I liked it too.
I like it. I like it. You should take a clip of that and put it at the end of your EP.
Right, I like
You should take it. I'll cut that out and send it to you.
it.
You just but yeah, Kirsten is trying to join us in here.
Okay.
But seems to be having some technical issues. So yeah, we'll just end this section here and see if we can't get her inside. But yeah, thanks for all your musical insight, Kyosha. We're definitely
Ooh,
looking forward to that EP.
thank
Um,
you.
I'm gonna hold you to February.
Okay, please do.
No, no pressure. I'm gonna hold you to February.
Please do.
Y- You're gonna have to pick one weekend in February,
Okay.
or else, we riot.
Picket signs,
Yeah,
pitchforks, everything. We want music.
we will be outside your apartment. I'll get Kyosha fan club, and we'll be outside your apartment with pitchforks, torches.
Everything.
Yes. But anyways, yeah, we'll end this section here and pick up with Kirsten when we get back.
Okay, sounds
All
good.
right.